Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be filming this video for you today because I feel like this is quite insightful for anyone who is starting out on their fitness journey. These are all things I would have liked to have known beforehand, and I feel like they'd be really useful for anyone who's starting out and may just want a little bit of inside knowledge on what they're getting themselves into. I've seen a couple of people do this style on Instagram, so I was really wanting to do this on YouTube and just talk about my personal experiences and my journey so far. So let's get into the video. So these are all things I wish I'd have known before starting my fitness journey. I find like this is incredibly important because it's a bit of hindsight that I wish I'd have known that I might be able to help somebody else with. Number one is definitely there will be knockbacks throughout your fitness journey regarding whether you're trying to put on weight or whether you're trying to lose weight. I feel like life does get in the way quite a bit when you're trying to either lose weight or gain weight, so it's just to bear in mind that these things are normal, it happens to everybody. As long as you get yourself back on track, then you'll be fine and you'll be able to reach your goals. Number two is don't worry about what anybody else is doing or what they think of you, because you're doing your workout, nobody else is bothering about what you're doing, they're focusing on them. If you think they're looking at you, maybe they're thinking you're looking kind of cute or they like your outfit or something, they're not staring at you because they're like, why are you in here? You're doing this for yourself to be a healthier version of yourself, so why do you need to worry about what other people think? Other people's opinions of you is none of your business. You're just doing what you want to be a healthier, better version of yourself. So be it. Let's, go for it in the gym. Who cares what anybody else thinks? And if you're at home, well, that's even better. You haven't got any judgment of anybody else surrounding you. I found over lockdown that I've definitely got more confident with the types of exercise that I'm doing. I'm stretching myself more. As before, I would not have done any upper body stuff because I didn't feel like I could go over to the weight section with all these very strong men and women, and I felt like lifting my little 5 kgs wouldn't exactly fit in that area, but doing it at home, I've built my confidence up so I can lift now. Kind of, and I would then feel more confident when the gyms hopefully reopen very soon, that I can go and lift in the same areas as the other bodybuilder types and anybody else, and I'll feel more confident. So it is really my third, this kind of leads on to my third, it is all about building up your confidence. You may feel like you don't really fit in anywhere in the gym or would like doing fitness, but that's fine. If you just start, you're then letting yourself into this whole new world of fitness and nutrition and just being healthy all round, and then you'll find your little place where you slot in and you'll be comfortable. Number four is it is a slow and demanding process. As I said in my previous video about these skinny jabs and all these different types of products that will make you lose weight fast, it doesn't work. If you want good and consistent results, you need to be consistent yourself. It is a slow process, but you will feel good for it because you know how hard you work for it and nobody can take that away from you. Number five, I saw this on one of my friend's Instagram posts. You get out of exercise and nutrition exactly what you put in. Number seven, this is something that I've had to teach myself over the lockdown period because obviously we've all had a lot of time to ourselves. So I think that it is very important that rest days are okay. It is bad for your body to be working out every single day because in terms it is doing damage to your muscles. So not resting, you're not giving your muscles that time to repair. So having a rest day, I usually take my rest days on the days that I go to work. So on a Monday, a Thursday and a Saturday, because I am walking quite a bit. I'm walking about 5 miles in those days, but I'm not doing as an intense workout as I would be being at home or just my normal workout. When I say a rest day, rather than, okay, it's my rest day, I can binge on a lot of food, I just mean keeping your nutrition at the same rate, but not overeating. Number 8 is bad junk or cheap food is allowed completely. I don't think it's very fair calling it cheap food because it then starts to trigger off an emotion in your brain being like, oh, I'm cheating, it's not good. Like, that's obviously got negative connotations to it. If you're like, oh, I can have this in moderation, It's fine if I have a chocolate bar today because I've worked very hard. It's fine. Do not think that you're on a diet because it will make it temporary. Because you're like, oh, my diet starts tomorrow, classic line. It never does. And I feel like if you're thinking of it as a diet, you're thinking it's a short-term thing that's going to make you slim for a short amount of time. That's not actually going to benefit you over the long period of time because you're going to fall back into your ways and not sustain a healthy eating plan. Because all these different diets, as I've said in my previous videos, are not sustainable. You just need to change what you eat and keep to it. Because if you're thinking of it as a diet, it just does not work. It irritates me. I think this is commonly mistaken when people try to lose weight is that it's going to instantly make them happy. This is quite controversial because I think you need to be in a good headspace before starting this and that you really want to achieve something out of this journey. It has definitely made me love myself more because I have seen what my body is capable of and how much it does for me and that it has changed for me. You need to start this from a place of self-love, otherwise I do not think that it will be very productive for you. I don't think you'll see the results that you want. Like, for instance, I know it works, but this whole revenge body thing that Khloe Kardashian does, the program is good itself, but having a revenge body, I do not think is very good for your mental stability during your fitness journey. This is purely because doing something to be like, give a finger to somebody who said that, you know, you're fat or whatever, it doesn't give you that satisfaction that you did it because you wanted to. You've still done it under the means that that person said that to you, so you're gonna change. I don't think that you need to do it under the means that you want to do it, not because anybody else has said, oh, you need to lose a bit of weight, you should do this, or you need to put on a lot of weight, you're too skinny. Like, it's not a good mental place to be. You need to do it because you want to, and that it will make you fall in love with yourself, or to do it to fall in love with yourself, because you can, like I have done. I was not very comfortable in my own body, and finding this means has made me realise that, yeah, I do quite like myself, and I feel like that is where everybody should end up, from achieving something and getting where they want to be with their goals. This has taken a rather dark route. Number 12. That was number 11 if you didn't know. Number 12 is a massive, massive thing for me. Get off the scales. Just throw them away. Only use them in the kitchen for baking. That's it. That's the only place you're allowed scales. It is so, so difficult when, like, losing weight and then stepping on the scales. How demoralising it is when you think that you look good and then you step on the scales and I'm like, oh, put on a couple of pounds. Like, I went to the doctors the other day. I was feeling really good about myself. I was like, this skirt looks really cute on me right now. I don't normally get my legs out. I had my legs out. I was looking super cute. They put me on the scales. They were like, oh, you gained a bit of weight, but don't worry, it's locked down. Obviously didn't say it in such a bitchy tone. But to me, that was then like, oh, haven't done enough. Next time I come, I need to be so many pounds lighter. No. Just feel, if you're feeling good and you feel like, you know, oh, you know, my bum's looking bigger, my thighs are looking, you know, more toned, or whatever your preference is, then go with that. You know, it's, nobody's going to be like, oh, you look like you've lost weight, so how much have you actually lost? Nobody cares. Someone's going to say to you, oh, you look like you've lost weight. And you'll be like, oh, thank you. That's a lovely thing to say. No one's going to be like, so actually, how much do you weigh? Like, step on scales for me? No, they're not going to do that. So, yeah, get off the scales. Obviously, I think it's a bit different when you're trying to gain weight. You do want to see those results, but in the same aspect, it can be quite demoralising. Plus, with the whole stepping on the scales thing, for me, I'm doing a lot more weight training than I would have done beforehand. I was doing more cardio when I was in the gym, but obviously I don't run, so I haven't really got the means to do that. I don't have access to a bike or a cross trainer, so I've been doing a lot more muscle toning and training and weightlifting. So obviously I'm going to put on weight, but putting on weight doesn't necessarily mean I've put on fat. I did an Instagram post about that. Interesting, check it out. I also think a very good way of measuring whether you've gained or lost weight is just measuring your body with just a tape measure, because then you can actually just see your measurement. I feel like it's a lot more of a less destructive way of seeing your progress. Because also for women, the scales differ at different times of the month. You know, we retain water at certain times, so obviously they're going to tell you different things, and the scales tell you different things morning to night. So whether you've eaten a large meal that day, you're going to be more bloated, you're going to weigh more. It's not an accurate way of, I find, seeing my progression. So just get off them scales. Track your macros, not your calories. Your macros are how much fat, carbs and protein that you're intaking, which is a lot better to track than your calories. Because if you have a high calorie meal, like a McDonald's, it's got a low macros because it's mainly carbs and fat. There's little protein in it, and if you're wanting to put on weight and lose weight, you need protein because that's what your muscles respond to. So use I use MyFitnessPal. I'll put the logo or whatever up here. I find it's good because you can see the percentage of the macros that you have eaten during the day. It gives you a percentage. You can also set your percentage to what you think that you should be consuming of each of those. Gives you a little pie chart and you can see what you've eaten, and I feel like that's a lot more of a sufficient way of tracking what you've eaten than sticking to a certain amount of calories, because I find that can be extremely restrictive. Eat your carbs and your fat. I'm not saying go and eat a lot of trans fat or saturated fat, but natural fats found in fish, avocados, all those, like natural, rather than your burgers, your crisps, all that. You can eat your carbs and you can eat your fat. Your carbs will fill you up. That's what you need to have energy, especially slow release carbs. If you have a manual job, you need carbs and you need your protein anyway, but your carbs and your fat are not bad. They're not bad things to eat. You just need to eat the right fats. Number 15 is stop worrying. Just simple. Don't overthink things. It's pretty straightforward. If life gets in the way, as I said in number 1, it's fine. Let life get in the way for a little bit and you'll soon find yourself back on track. Don't need to overthink anything. It's fine. As I said in my last video, say no to diet, shakes, quick fixes, anything that's gonna make you skinny quickly or whatever. Listen to your body. If you're aching from a previous workout, don't go and then work out the same muscles because you're only going to do yourself more damage. Also, if you've had a long day and you're like, oh my god, I'm absolutely exhausted. That voice cracked though. Just chill, go and have a bath, have a shower, get into bed, read a book. Just listen to your body, because there's no point in putting yourself through so much that you then just can't function. Number 19 is something that I have only recently learned, and I was listening to the audiobook of The Guilty Feminist by Deborah Frances White. 100% would give that a listen or a read, whether you're a man or a woman. It is very insightful, not just to feminism, but also to body image and how we perceive ourselves. So if you're someone like me who wants to lose weight, and in this scenario, a child comes up to you and says, I'm hungry. So you give the child a glass of water and just be like, just drink that, it's fine, you'll be full until dinner. Say it's 1 o'clock. That child is not going to be fulfilled with a glass of water. So why are we doing it to ourselves? If you're hungry, eat something that's a good snack rather than letting your mind be like, no, you can't eat, you mustn't eat, that's going to make you fat. Or whatever. But I think your brain can make the whole weight loss and weight gain very toxic. So you need to listen to your body. If your body's saying you're hungry, don't think, okay, I'm hungry, let's keep going. Because that's when you get into kind of worrying levels with with weight loss. That's not healthy. But at the same time, if your body's been like, I'm full, please stop eating, just stop eating. I know that's so it's easier said than done, but I think that will help. Yeah, so if your if your body is telling you something, listen to it rather than your brain being like, just go on, just do it, or don't do it, because I do not think that will benefit. That doesn't benefit anyone, so I don't know why we do it to ourselves. You need to enjoy the exercise you're doing. Find exercises that you find are good for you and that you enjoy doing. I always think with exercises, probably some of my worst are commandos and push-ups and planks, because I do not have a lot of upper body strength. I'm trying to work on my upper body strength, but it's just something that I do not want to do. And if I know that's in my routine, I'm like, can I skip it for something else? So you need to find exercises that work for you. If you feel like you enjoy bodybuilding more, weightlifting, go and do that rather than spending a half an hour on the treadmill and you feeling really bored and just being like, this isn't getting me anywhere. I think this is my last one, is set yourself realistic goals. I always found this to be something that I would really struggle with when I was younger and trying to change my eating habits, because I would want to lose 5 pounds in a week, and realistically it wasn't going to happen, and then you get disheartened because you haven't reached those goals. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week would be that'd be pretty good. And that is a realistic goal, because I feel like with eating correctly and the exercising maybe 3 times a week, that would be all right. And same with gaining weight. If you're eating the correct thing, 1 or 2 pounds, that's fine. If you're doing and setting yourself realistic goals, does mean also that you allow life to get in the way. You are allowed to go out to eat with your friends, and you are allowed to go to the cinema and eat a whole bucket of popcorn, which I am a bit guilty of. You are allowed to do these things, but with leeway. You need realistic goals, because you will get put off if your goals, aren't realistic. If I say now, so it's the 1st of July, I want to be a stone lighter by the 31st. Very rarely going to happen if you have a lower percentage of body fat, because your body isn't wanting to get rid of it as much, especially women. Women tend to hold on to fat in certain places more than men do, just because of our genetics. So it's not a realistic goal. And when I get to the 31st of July, if there are 31 days in July, 30, I don't know, I'm going to feel like I didn't do a good enough job, when in fact I may have lost 5 pounds. That's brilliant. That's fine. Or, if you're trying to gain, you may have gained 5 pounds. So I feel like definitely setting yourself realistic goals with a realistic calorie intake that doesn't make you want to cheat on it. We need to stop saying the word cheat in this industry as well, because that really gets to me, because it's not a cheat day. You're just eating things that you like, and they're not bad if you eat them in moderation. Simple, really. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. I really hope that this has helped somebody somewhere with their fitness journey and everything that I wish that I'd have known before starting my fitness journey. So let me know down in the comments, or give this a like if you've enjoyed it, and I'll try and make some more content that is helpful for other people. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about, let me know. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll hopefully be coming back at you soon with another video. We shall see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!